Hi, YouTubers. This is Palm Springs Cindy. I'm trying going live again. I don't know if anybody's out there. I don't know if anybody's watching. I hope that somebody will find me just because I am experimenting and I'm trying to get better at going live on YouTube. I know that Monica McGillicuddy went live earlier today, but I was asleep, so I was not able. I missed her, and and I'm sad that I missed her. But okay, gosh, it says another bad connection, but I think it's a good connection. Anyway, I the title of this video, or the title of my discussion, is "What do I do all day?" And I would like to turn that around and say, what do you do all day as well? So I'm just curious here about my connection. Okay, well, it's as good as it's going to get. I usually wake up about, well, first of all, I don't sleep well at night. And so I end up binge watching Netflix. I find something that someone has talked to me about. I find a show or a series that someone has recommended, and I end up watching it. And then I get so hooked on it, I end up, hi, who's that? Hi, Mary. So great that you came to see me. Hi, okay, oh my gosh, who's this? Hi, Renee. I see and hear you. You look great. Oh, thank you. No extensions today. I just have my hair down, and that's just the way it is. So because I don't sleep really well at night, and I don't know how many of you ladies, I think it's something that strikes women. How many of you guys have trouble sleeping at night? I have trouble falling asleep. Once I fall asleep, I'm usually okay, but I still, I have trouble sleeping. So, so at any rate, then when I wake up in the morning, I am not a morning person. And so I am like a zombie in the morning. But I have coffee and hi. Oh, I'm getting comments. Hi, Vera. Good to see you. Thank you for signing in. Vera, will you tell me, can you see me, or is this, because my phone says it's a bad connection, but can you see me, or is it all fuzzy? And should I just hang up? Okay, so during the day, after I wake up, after I putz around my house with coffee, empty the dishwasher, feed the dog, like check my mail, look my mail over or whatever, I might, there are a couple morning shows that I like to watch. I like to watch Wendy Williams. Um, I see you fine. Oh, Vera, thank you, because my phone says I don't have a connection. Okay, thank you, Vera. I love watching Wendy Williams. Yes, how you doing? I think she is hysterical. I love it that she is so herself. Hey, Julia Lemons. Hello from Arkansas. Well, hello back to you from California. Um, oh, thank you, Mary Reed. Thank you, Mary. You are just too sweet. And so I like to watch Wendy Williams. Now, Wendy comes on here at 9 o'clock. And so I like to watch her morning chat. After that, I like usually turn it off, or I go check my email, or I empty the dishwasher, or put a load of clothes in the laundry, or whatever. But then after her, there's a really cute show, and I don't even know the name of it, but they're four young gals, and they're real cute. Um, I don't you love Wendy? Wendy, I love that she has redefined herself. That she lost all that weight, had all that cosmetic surgery, and hi, Ranalyn. Oh, that's not Ranalyn. I'm trying to read without my. Hi, Wendy. Again, Wendy Roche, however you pronounce it. But or the theme song for the show after Wendy Williams, where I live, is "It's Our Time," and there's four gals, and they're each a different nationality, and they're just as cute as can be, and it's a very happy, positive, uplifting show. Now, the same time that show is on, shoot, I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, the same time that morning show is on, The View is on. And I have stopped watching The View because I think that, oh shoot, that redheaded gal, Joy. I think Joy is so snarky and such a curmudgeon these days and they're so angry about the political scene. Okay, Wendy, what went wrong? Can you still see me or should I hang up? Because it still says I'm on live. But tell me, connect with me, comment with me, and tell me if you can still see me. So I don't watch The View anymore because it's too political and they're too angry and they're just too bitchy. Okay, thanks, Julie. They're just too bitchy on The View. And if I'm going to be in the morning having my coffee, I don't want to hear all that complaining. Okay, good. Thanks, Wendy. You can see me. So after I watch my morning shows and have my coffee, I'm like starting to get awake. And Vera, I don't watch The View anymore either. I love The Talk. That's what it is. It's The Talk is with Connie Chung, I think, isn't it? I think it's The Talk. I love The Talk because they're happy and they're fun and they're lighthearted. And The View, like I said, I think The View needs to get off the air. But so then I kind of wander around my house, and I usually have something to do one every day of the week. But I try not to schedule it until like 11, 12, or 1 so that I have my mornings to myself to get awake because, like I said, I'm not a morning person. And for so many years, I had to get up at 5:30 in the morning, get dressed, get to work, and so now I have the luxury that I don't have to do that anymore. I love you too, Mary. Oh gosh, I just have the best gal pals on this community, and I love you guys. So once I either have to, I play bridge. Now I'm playing bridge 3 days a week, and we play for 4 hours a day. I know. And then I facilitate a Bible study 1 day a week. However, that has stopped, and I won't start up again until next September. And once let's see, what type of work did you do? Renee, I was a teacher for 34 years in Palm Springs, California. I had the best job in the world. I started out teaching second grade, and I taught second grade at a wonderful elementary school in the early 70s. It was like 1973, 74. I taught second grade at this one school for 7 years, and then they transferred me to what they called a magnet school in those days. And then I taught at this magnet school for 7 years. And the magnet school provided daycare for the teacher and everybody that worked there, their children. And the magnet school, I know this is so cool, isn't it? I love it. And the magnet school, it was a longer day. They extended the day by an hour. And we taught foreign languages. I taught art. I mean, I'm not even an artist. I really taught like crafts. And then they provided busing because they wanted to. This was a school that was in a very segregated area in Palm Springs. And at this time it was like 1980, the federal government was going to shut this little elementary school down. So they revamped the school and they actually brought in a team from UCLA to teach all the new staff, me included, Spanish because it was predominantly an Hispanic area. And so I taught at this other school, second grade, for 7 years. During this time, I had my daughter. It was the most wonderful experience of teaching I ever had. Awesome. I have the, oh, thank you. Because this magnet school that I taught at was in a neighborhood. It was a real neighborhood school. And the kids' dogs from the neighborhood would run into our classrooms and run out. And the grandmas and the moms would pick the kids up after school with their strollers. I'm enjoying a bit of the local discussions at the pool around town now. Fascinating place. All right, Tenzin. And so anyway, then from second grade, after teaching second grade for 14 years, I moved over to the middle school and taught middle school sixth grade for 7 years or 8 years. And that was wonderful. Hi from Ireland. Peace at last. Peace at last. I'm an O'Connor, so I'm Irish descent. And so I moved over to a middle school. But from middle school, I had something tragic happen to me. My brother's little boy, someone in my family, I want to be as vague as I can, really, got cancer. I'm from Mobile, Deb. I lived in Jackson, Mississippi from ninth grade to 12th grade. Woohoo! And so I spent a lot of time in pediatric cancer wards for a while. And at that point, I really thought, what in the heck do families do when they have a sick child but other children at home? Who does their homework for them? Who helps them with their science fair project? Who helps them with the spelling bee? Who gives them academic attention? And so I ended up going into what's called an independent study program. And I taught all grades at independent study. And I switched from a classroom to an office. And from independent study, I ended up going into, actually, with another teacher, wrote a homeschool program at the request of our district superintendent. So I was like all over homeschoolers. I just love the idea of homeschooling. I think it's so, in a way, very primal, very natural, so in so many ways the right thing to do. But not everybody can do it, and I get that. So when I was doing homeschooling, I really learned a lot about curriculum because I had to teach every grade. And so from there, I went to our district office as a language arts specialist. And from the district office, I wasn't real comfortable at the district office, but it was great experience. And from the district office, I went to another school in our district. Hey, Ranalyn. Woohoo! So from our district office, I went to another school, a middle school, where I was an instructional coach. And I did that for 3 years. And during that time, I was fortunate enough to work as a consultant for Sacramento County of Education when we would get new adoptions every 7 years. Schools in California are supposed to receive new textbooks. Hey, Ranalyn says hello to everybody. And that's the state law. So it was the 7th year, and they were doing new language arts adoptions. So I was hired, among many teachers throughout California, to go around the state of California and introduce language arts teachers to the new curriculum and how to use it and what the components were for. And so I traveled a little bit, and I met lots of great gals, and that was very fun for me. Thank you, Rana Lynn. And then I also, during that time, I worked for a publishing company called Prentice Hall. And I was like one of those people that looked over the new textbook to see if it was, kind of like a thumbs up or not. It was kind of it wasn't that great of a thing. But I also worked for an educational company working with teachers on instructional strategies. So I did these other jobs during summers and during weekends. And I made a lot of extra money, which of course I wanted to do. But even more than that, it was about education, it was about curriculum, which I love. So I can't even remember now who asked me what I did. That's what I did. And so actually, I have been approached next year to go back to work and work with a homeschooling community. Oh, Ranelyn, thank you. You know what? It's just so fun. Ranelyn said I'm a good speaker, but you know what? It is just fun to talk with YouTubers. Whether whoever's out there, who's ever not out there, um, there's a fairly large population here, 55. There's a lot of wisdom, experience. Yes, I totally hear that. And through my church community, there are a lot of homeschoolers, and the parents sometimes aren't always comfortable working and with their kids with home. Thank you. Oh my gosh, aren't always comfortable, working with their children on schoolwork. So they've asked if I might be interested in working with the kids, teaching them 3 days a week. And so, of course, I love teaching. I love I love curriculum. I love it all. So we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, back to what I do all day. And would you guys please tell me what you do all day? So then I'll play bridge for like 4 hours a day. I do it right now. I do it Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And Tuesday, I kind of do housework. And then Friday, I'm free. Okay, what's that? What does that say? I just fell in love with your home tour. You know what, Randall Ann? My husband made me take my home tour and my hey, you're a bank teller. You know what? I could not be a bank teller. I admire you so much. I could not balance a spreadsheet if my life depended on it. I love your name. Yes, I love your name too. So, what was I saying? Now I kind of forgot. My husband made me take down my home tour, and he made me take down the little fairy tale princess trailer because he said it was too much of an invasion of our privacy. So I felt badly that I had put him in that position because I don't want to do that. This is my thing, and I don't want to put him in the spotlight. He's not comfortable with it, and so. But I had seen a couple people do a home tour, and I loved it. I loved watching their home tour. And so, I'm just nosy that way. I want to see what's on that coffee table. I want to see the towels hanging in the bathroom. I want to see what kind of tchotchkes they've got all over the place. And so at least we saw it before. Okay, good. So some of you did get to see it before I took it down. And so, hallelujah for that. Hallelujah for that, I guess. So there's a fine line between what works for me and what doesn't work for my family. My daughter has sworn, never made me swear, never to mention anything about her. But I do have a daughter. She's 38. She's a teacher. She lives here in Palm Springs. She's adorable. Thank you, Renee. You know what? My home is 30 years old. My husband built our home. And before I retired, I was mentioning I was doing some extra jobs because I realized my earning power once I retired was not going to be the same. So I thought, I can't retire till I save some money and get stuff done around my house. I still have a ton of stuff I would like to do, but it takes money and I just can't afford it right now. So, okay, so you know what? When I come home, my my oh, thank you for loving the home tour. My husband and I end up eating dinner. Now, my husband is a real carnivore, and all he wants is meat. I I'll YouTube the blog just to make sure my physical address not. Oh yeah, you're right. That's a good idea, Ranelyn. And I'm so we don't really eat the same kind of food, so it's not like we can cook one meal. He does the cooking, and he will ask me what I want. But then we sit down together and we watch TV like from 5:30 to 7:30 ish. We watch the news shows, we chit chat about, the news and what this world is coming to. And then he starts watching his man shows. He starts watching kickboxing, or he watches the Outdoor Life channel, and they're out on deer season or whatever. So I can't handle it. So then I go in my den, and that's when I turn on my Netflix, and because there's so many great things on Netflix, and I love them. I'm like a crazy Netflix person. And then I go crazy with like right now I was binge watching The Fall. If you guys have not seen The Fall, I hope you have a blessed Mother's Day. Thank you. You know what? For Mother's Day, my siblings and I are surprising my mother. We're gonna be at Mass. My mother, I was raised Catholic. I'm Irish, although I'm not a practicing Catholic right now, but I am a practicing Christian. But we're going to meet my mother at Mass tomorrow. My sister's taking her, and then when she arrives, her kids are all going to be waiting for her in one of the pews, and she's just going to love it. Did you see The Crown? Okay, I saw The Crown on Netflix. It was so dang good. And there's just so many great things on Netflix. Then I get a bug in my bonnet and I Google stuff, and then like I'll Google Vikings, and I'll watch all these Viking movies. Or I'll Google, the crown jewels, and I'll watch all these documentaries on the crown jewels. Oh, Renee. You know what? I am so blessed that I still have my mom, and you know what? I spent a couple weeks ago. I spent several days with my mom, and I said, you know what, Mom? She's 89, and I said, oh, let's see, Cindy, you make me laugh even when you are being serious. I'm glad. I'm glad. Peace in Ireland. I said, you know what, Mom? I'm just not ready for you to go. I'm not ready. And she said, I know, honey. And then we've talked about it because, I've said, if you die or when you die, Mom, you have got to come back and reassure me, if it's possible, that you're fine, and that Dad's fine, and that everybody's fine. And she said, if it's possible, I will, Cindy. And so, we'll see what happens. But so anyway, then I like I go on tangents where, like I was on a tangent about Wallace Simpson and King Edward or whatever his name was. And they had the life. And so I Googled all that. And then I was on a tangent about, oh gosh, oh shoot, I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, whatever. Now I just finished watching, and I cheated and I cut to the end. 13 Reasons Why Hannah Died. I think that's the name of it. It's on Netflix. It's very good. It's a documentary. Interesting. Very interesting. And I enjoyed it, but like I said, I did skip a few episodes and went to the end. So, so what are you going to do? Okay. Oh, I am up to 14 people. So, once it gets later at night and my husband's out watching his kickboxing, cage fighting, and I'm in there watching Netflix, he ends up falling asleep on the couch. And I just leave him there. I just leave him there. And I can't see what. Da, da, da. Good night, friend. Do this again, okay? I will, Anita. You go good. You go to sleep. Good night, my friend. And so he falls asleep on the couch. I stay in my den, and I just watch Netflix or putz around on my computer. I check my YouTube ness. I check my email. Good night, you guys. Everybody's kind of going to sleep, but I still have 13 people watching me, and that's okay. So I just want to say that I I hope you guys are the good part about YouTube Live is the connection. That you guys can talk to one another, that I can ramble on about what I do during the day, and we can give each other shout outs, and it's totally fun. How long have you been live? You're doing great on your. Carol, I've been talking for 26 minutes, and I'm about ready to say goodnight. But I have a bug in my bonnet, and I feel like going live. And if I feel like it, I'm doing it. I'm not announcing it ahead of time. I'm not scheduling ahead of time because I'm not a scheduler. But if I feel like it, I'm going live, and whoever wants to jump in can jump in and say hi to each other and connect with one another. But today I talked about what I do all day. And so actually today I it is so beautiful in Palm Springs, you guys. If I could bottle the temperature and mail it to you, I would. And you would be like it would be like the best gift in the world. I'm doing tutorial on live. Hi. And you know what? All I do is on my iPhone, I press the icon of a movie camera, and then it says you're going live. 3, 2, 1. That's it. I don't know how to do it on my iMac. So I actually swam in my pool all afternoon. I was in, I was out, I was in, I was out. It was heavenly. And I laid in the sun and I covered my face, and it was just awesome. You look, thank you, Carol. Thank you. I appreciate that. You guys are so dang sweet. So I think I'm going to pour myself a glass of wine and go pet my dog and go in and watch yes, I'm using my iPhone. I'm holding it in my hand, I'm holding it up, and I'm using my iPhone, and I'm sitting down on a little couch in the game room, and I'm talking away. I'm just chit-chatting like crazy, and I'm hoping someone's listening. So, okay, you guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't see your name, but thank you. All right, good. I've got to get my glasses on. Thank you, Rana Lynn. Thank you, Deb T. And I'm going to say good night. I love you guys, and you guys are just the best. You're just my besties. You're my posse. And so I'm going to click my finish button, and Carol, what? Kiss, kiss, hug, hug to you too. Love you guys. Good night.